She texted the wrong number at midnight. He replied like he'd been waiting. Now she's falling for a man who won't say his name. Their late-night confessions become something neither can walk away from until she discovers he's not a stranger. He's the man protecting her from a debt she didn't know existed. A mafia boss who's already decided she's his. His touch is careful, his restraint dangerous. She should run, but when he looks at her like she's the only thing keeping him alive, running feels impossible. How do you love a man whose world could destroy you, but whose absence would kill you faster? Welcome to K-Stories by Emma. Before we continue, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any story. Kiana's staring at her phone like it's a loaded gun. It's 11 p.m., the wine bottle's empty, her husband's asleep upstairs, or pretending to be. Doesn't matter, he stopped caring where she was years ago. She scrolls through her contacts, finds Marissa's name, her best friend, the one person who might understand why she feels like she's drowning in her own house. Her thumb hovers over the screen. I need you tonight. She hits send. 3 seconds later, her stomach drops. Wrong number. She'd clicked the contact right below Marissa's, some number she doesn't even recognize, probably a spam call she forgot to delete. Her heart hammers. She types fast. Wrong number, sorry. She's about to delete the thread when the reply comes. Who is this? She freezes. Most people would have ignored it or sent back some sarcastic joke, but this guy, he's asking like he actually wants to know. Just someone who made a mistake. The 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again. You sure? Her throat tightens. Yeah, I'm sure. Then why are you still texting me? She stares at the screen. He's right. She should have blocked him by now. But something about the way he's talking to her, calm, direct, unbothered, makes her pause. I don't know. That's the first honest thing you've said. Her chest goes tight. She doesn't know this man, doesn't know his name, his face, anything, but somehow he just read her better than her own husband ever has. She puts the phone down, picks it up again. Who are you? Does it matter? Yes. Why? Because you're the only person who's asked me a real question in months, she thinks, but she doesn't type that. Because I need to know if I should block you. The reply comes fast. You won't. Her pulse spikes. How do you know? Because if you were going to, you already would have. She hates that he's right. She types, deletes, types again. I was drunk. No, you weren't. Her hand starts shaking. How would you know? Because drunk people don't text like that. Lonely people do. The word lonely hits like a slap. She should be angry. She should block him and go to bed and forget this ever happened. Instead, she whispers out loud, Who the hell are you? Her phone buzzes. Go to sleep. You'll feel better in the morning. She doesn't reply, but she doesn't delete the conversation either. The next night, he texts first. You okay? Kiana's sitting on the edge of her bed staring at those 2 words like they're written in a language she forgot how to speak. No one's asked her in so long she doesn't even know how to answer. Her fingers hover over the keyboard. Why do you care? Because you texted me at midnight saying you needed someone, and then you pretended you didn't. Her throat burns. I told you I was drunk. You weren't that drunk. She closes her eyes, takes a breath. What do you want from me? The reply takes longer this time. Nothing, just wanted to make sure you were still breathing. Something cracks open in her chest. I'm tired. Of what? Pretending I'm fine. The 3 dots appear, stay there for what feels like forever. Then stop pretending. Her breath catches. What kind of stranger says that? She types slow. I don't even know your name. The reply comes in seconds. Kyung, and I don't lie to people I care about. She stares at the screen. He cares about her, and she doesn't even know his face. Kiana tells her husband she's meeting Marissa for lunch. He doesn't even look up from his phone, just grunts something that might be okay and goes back to scrolling. She grabs her keys, walks out the door, and feels nothing. No guilt, no fear, just the same hollow ache that's been sitting in her chest for the past 3 years. The cafe is in Midtown Atlanta, neutral ground, public, safe. That's what she tells herself as she parks and checks her reflection in the rearview mirror. She's wearing jeans and a sweater, nothing special. This isn't a date, it's just coffee, just curiosity. Just a way to prove to herself that this whole thing, the texts, the late night confessions, the stranger who somehow sees her better than anyone, isn't real. But when she walks through the door and sees him sitting by the window, everything stops. He's older than she expected, late 30s maybe. Sharp jaw, dark eyes that don't look away when she approaches. He's wearing a black sweater and silver rings on 2 fingers, and there's something about the way he's sitting, shoulders relaxed, hands folded on the table, that makes her feel like he's been here for hours, like he knew she'd come. He doesn't stand, doesn't smile, just watches her. Kiana. Her name sounds different in his voice, lower, careful. She swallows. Kyung. He nods toward the chair across from him. She sits. For a long moment, neither of them speaks. She's trying to figure out what to say, something light, something that makes this feel less intense than it already is. But then he says, "You're real." And she laughs, nervous. "I didn't think you would be." "I know." His gaze doesn't waver. "You almost didn't come." "How do you know that?" "Because you're scared of me." Her stomach twists. "I'm not." "You are." He leans forward slightly, elbows on the table. "And you should be." She opens her mouth, closes it. "Then why am I here?" His jaw tightens. "Because you're more scared of being alone." The words hit like a punch. She wants to deny it, wants to tell him he's wrong, but the truth is sitting right there between them, ugly and undeniable. She looks away. "You don't know me." "I know you texted a stranger at midnight because you were drowning and no one noticed." Her throat burns. "What do you want from me?" she asks quietly. "Nothing." That's not an answer. It's the only one I have. She meets his eyes. "What do you do?" He doesn't hesitate. "I run a business." "What kind?" His expression doesn't change. The kind people don't ask about. Her pulse spikes. She should leave, right now, get up, walk out, block his number, and pretend this never happened. Instead, she asks, "Are you dangerous?" "To you?" He pauses. "No." "To other people?" "Yes." Her hands are shaking under the table. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because you asked." His voice softens. "And I don't lie to people I care about." She stares at him. "You don't know me." "I know enough." She stands, grabs her purse. Her legs feel unsteady. "I have to go." He doesn't stop her. She's halfway to her car when she hears her name. "Kiana." She turns. He's standing in the doorway now, hands in his pockets, face unreadable. "This doesn't end well. You know that, right?" She does. She nods and gets in her car anyway. It becomes a routine. Every Thursday at 7 p.m., Kiana tells her husband she's going to book club. He never asks which book, never asks who else is there. He just nods and goes back to whatever he's doing. And she drives to meet Kyung. Always in public, always careful. Coffee shops, park benches, quiet corners of bookstores where no one pays attention. But the way he looks at her, like she's the only person in the room, like every word she says matters, feels more intimate than anything her husband's done in years. Maybe ever. Tonight they're at a Korean restaurant in Duluth. Small, tucked away, the kind of place you'd miss if you weren't looking for it. Kyung sitting across from her, chopsticks in hand, watching her talk about her day like it's the most interesting thing he's ever heard. She's telling him about a client at work who couldn't decide between two paint colors and spent 45 minutes debating shades of beige. He doesn't interrupt, doesn't check his phone, just listens. When the server brings their tea, Kyung orders for her without asking. Chamomile, no honey, exactly how she likes it. Kiana freezes. How did you... You told me, he says, like it's obvious. 2 weeks ago, you said chamomile helps you sleep. Her chest tightens. Her husband doesn't know how she takes her tea, doesn't know she hates cilantro, doesn't know she's been rereading the same novel for 3 months because it's the only thing that makes her feel something. But Kyung knows. He remembers everything. You're staring, he says quietly. She blinks. Sorry. Don't apologize. His voice is soft. I like it when you look at me like that. Her pulse jumps. Like what? He smiles, just barely. Good luck. She laughs, and it surprises her. When's the last time she laughed like this? Light, easy, real. Not the polite kind she forces at dinner parties, not the hollow kind she gives her husband when he makes some half-hearted joke. This feels different. This feels like falling, and that terrifies her. After dinner, they sit in his car in the parking lot. The engine's off, the windows are fogging up. Neither of them moves. Kiana's fingers twist in her lap. Can I ask you something? Always. Can I ask you why you haven't tried anything? His hands tighten on the steering wheel. What do you mean? You know what I mean. He stares straight ahead, jaw tight. Because I don't want to be something you regret. Her throat burns. What if you're not? You don't know that. Yes, I do. He turns to look at her now, and the intensity in his eyes makes her breath catch. Kiana, his voice is low, controlled. If I touch you, I'm not letting go. You understand that? Her heart's pounding so hard she can hear it in her ears. What if I don't want you to? His jaw clenches. Don't say that. Why not? Because once you're in my life, you don't get to leave. The weight of those words settles over her like a storm cloud. She should be scared, she knows that. But instead, she whispers, what if I already regret not knowing you sooner? Something flickers in his eyes. Something raw, dangerous. You don't know what you're asking for. Then tell me. He doesn't answer, just looks at her like he's trying to memorize every detail of her face, like he's already made a decision she doesn't know about yet. Kian, her voice shakes. What does that mean, once I'm in your life, I don't get to leave? He reaches over, slowly. His fingers brush her jaw just once, and then he pulls back. It means, he says quietly, that I've already decided you're mine, and I'm terrified of what that's going to cost you. Her breath stops. He starts the car. And she realizes he's not afraid of losing her. He's afraid of destroying her. Kiana doesn't mean to fall apart, but she's standing in a parking garage at 9 p.m., leaning against her car, and suddenly everything she's been holding back for years comes pouring out. Kyung standing a few feet away, hands in his pockets, watching her with that careful intensity he always has. He doesn't see me anymore, she says, voice breaking. I don't know when it happened. Maybe it was gradual. Maybe it was all at once. But one day I woke up and realized I was a ghost in my own house. Kyung doesn't interrupt, just listens. I cook dinner. He eats in front of the TV. I ask about his day. He gives me one-word answers. I try to touch him, and he... Her voice cracks. He pulls away, like I'm something he has to tolerate instead of someone he chose. She wipes her eyes, hates that she's crying in front of him. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be dumping this on you. Don't apologize. She lets out a shaky breath. I feel invisible, and I hate it. I hate feeling like I don't matter. Kyung's silent for a long moment. Then he moves. Not fast, not aggressive. Just closes the distance between them in 2 steps. His fingertips brush her jaw. Soft, careful, like she's something fragile he's afraid to break. You're not invisible, he says quietly. Her breath hitches. His thumb traces the curve of her cheek, catching a tear she didn't know had fallen. You're everything I didn't know I needed. Her heart stops. No one's ever said anything like that to her. Not her husband, not anyone. And the way Kyung's looking at her, like she's the only thing in the world that matters, makes her feel something she hasn't felt in years. Wanted. Not needed, not tolerated. Wanted. She leans into his hand without thinking. Her eyes close. Her breath catches. He's going to kiss her. She can feel it, the way his thumb stills against her skin, the way his other hand comes up, fingers threading gently into her hair. Her lips part. And then he pulls back, steps away, like she burned him. Kiana's eyes snap open. What? His voice is rough, strained. Why not? Because if I start, I won't stop. She stares at him, confused, hurt. Maybe I don't want you to stop. His jaw clenches. You don't know what it means to be mine, Kiana. You don't know what my life is, what I do, what being close to me costs. Then tell me. I can't. Why not? Because the more you know, the more danger you're in. Her chest tightens. I don't care. I do. She takes a step toward him. He takes a step back. Kyung, go home. The words cut like a knife. Are you serious right now? Yes. Her voice shakes. You just told me I'm everything you didn't know you needed, and now you're pushing me away? His face is stone, but his eyes are screaming something he won't say out loud. Go home, Kiana. She wants to argue, wants to fight, but the look on his face tells her it won't matter. So she gets in her car, slams the door, and drives, tears streaming down her face, hands shaking on the wheel. And that's when it hits her. She's not afraid of him. She's not afraid of his world, his secrets, his danger. She's afraid of how much she wants him and how badly it's going to hurt when he finally lets her in. Kiana can't stop thinking about the way Kyung pulled away, the way his hand left her face like she was fire, the way his voice broke when he told her to go home. She texts him the next morning. I'm sorry if I pushed too hard. No reply. She waits all day. Nothing. That night she tries again. Are you okay? Still nothing. By the second day, the silence feels like abandonment. Maybe he's done with her. Maybe she scared him off. Maybe he realized she's not worth the risk. She's lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, when her phone buzzes. 11:47 p.m. I'm sorry. Her heart slams against her ribs. She types fast. For what? For walking away. Where have you been? Thinking. About what? You. Her breath catches. Can we talk? His reply comes instantly. Tomorrow, Piedmont Park, 7 p.m. She doesn't sleep that night. The park's quieter than usual. Kiana finds him sitting on a bench near the lake, hands clasped between his knees, staring at the water like it holds answers he'll never find. She sits beside him, doesn't say anything. For a long time, neither of them speaks. Then Kyung says, I shouldn't have pushed you away like that. You were protecting yourself. No, he shakes his head. I was protecting you. She turns to look at him. From what? From me. Her throat tightens. Why are you so afraid of this? He exhales slowly. Because people I love don't stay safe. The words hang in the air like smoke. Kiana's pulse quickens. What does that mean? He's silent for a moment. Then, have you ever been in love? The question catches her off guard. I thought I was once. What happened? I married him. Her voice is bitter. And then I disappeared. Kyung nods, like he understands. What about you? She asks quietly. Have you ever been in love? He doesn't answer right away. When he does, his voice is barely above a whisper. Once. Kiana's chest tightens. What happened to her? He looks away. She didn't survive it. Her blood runs cold. What do you mean? I mean, loving me got her killed. The words slam into her like a freight train. She doesn't know what to say, doesn't know how to process what he just told her. Kyung, he continues, voice hollow, I tried to keep her out of it, tried to protect her, but my world doesn't care about good intentions. It only cares about leverage, and she became leverage. Kiana's hands are shaking. Is that why you won't touch me? Because you're afraid I'll end up like her? He turns to look at her now, and the pain in his eyes is so raw it almost breaks her. No, he says, it's because if I touch you, I'll never let you go, and I don't know if I can keep you safe. Her breath stops. She should be terrified, should stand up, walk away, block his number, and never look back. But instead, she reaches for his hand, slowly, carefully. Her fingers wrap around his. He doesn't pull away. I'm not asking you to keep me safe, she whispers. I'm asking you to let me in. His grip tightens. You don't know what you're asking for. Maybe not. Her voice is steady now. But I'm asking anyway. He stares at their joined hands like he's trying to memorize the way they fit together. And for the first time, Kiana understands. Loving him means accepting she might not survive it, but walking away would kill her just as fast. Kiana's husband comes home at 2 a.m. She's been asleep for hours, or pretending to be, when she hears the front door slam. Heavy footsteps. Something crashes in the kitchen. She sits up, heart pounding. When she goes downstairs, he's standing by the counter, gripping the edge like it's the only thing keeping him upright. He reeks of whiskey and desperation. Are you okay? She asks carefully. He doesn't look at her. Fine. You don't look fine. I said I'm fine. His voice is sharp, agitated. She takes a step closer. What's going on? Nothing you need to worry about. That's not an answer. He finally turns to look at her. His eyes are bloodshot, wild. Just drop it, Kiana. I'm your wife. If something's wrong, I said drop it. The shout echoes through the kitchen. She flinches. He's never yelled at her like that before. He runs a hand through his hair, breathing hard. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with some stuff, work stuff. It's fine. But it's not fine. She can see it in the way his hands are shaking, the way he won't meet her eyes. He grabs his keys off the counter. I'm going to bed. Where were you? He stops. Out. Where? Does it matter? Yes. He doesn't answer, just walks upstairs, and Kiana stands there in the dark kitchen, heart racing, knowing something's very, very wrong. The next morning, she searches his car. She doesn't even know what she's looking for, just knows she has to look. The glove compartment's stuffed with fast food receipts, old insurance papers. Nothing unusual. But when she checks under the passenger seat, her fingers brush something. An envelope. She pulls it out. Inside, a stack of unopened bills, past due notices, and underneath those, casino receipts. Dozens of them, some from places in Atlanta, some from Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. Her stomach drops. And then she sees the loan documents. Names she doesn't recognize, amounts that make her head spin, interest rates that look predatory. Her hands start shaking. He's been gambling. For how long? Months? Years? And he never told her. She grabs her phone, dials Kuhn. It rings and rings. No answer. She texts instead. I think my husband's in trouble. 3 dots appear immediately, then disappear, then reappear. I know. Her blood goes cold. What do you mean you know? Meet me, now. Kuhn, what's going on? Not over text. Where are you? Home. Get in your car. I'll send you an address. Her pulse is hammering. Why? What's happening? The reply comes fast. You're not safe anymore. Her breath stops. She stares at the screen, reads the message again. You're not safe anymore. Her hands are trembling so badly she almost drops the phone. Another text comes through, an address, somewhere in Buckhead. Come alone, don't tell anyone. She doesn't think, just moves, grabs her keys, her purse, leaves the loan documents on the seat. Her husband's still asleep upstairs. She doesn't wake him. The drive takes 20 minutes. The whole time her mind's racing. How does Kyun know her husband's in trouble? What kind of trouble? And why does he think she's not safe? She pulls up to a building she doesn't recognize. Modern, glass and steel, the kind of place that screams money. Kyun's waiting outside. When he sees her, his face is hard, cold. Not the soft, careful version of him she's used to. This is someone else. Someone dangerous. She gets out of the car, legs unsteady. Kyun, what's going on? He doesn't answer, just looks at her like he's trying to figure out how much to say. Your husband, he says finally. How much do you know about what he does? He works in finance. Why? His jaw tightens. That's not what I'm asking. Her chest is tight. I don't understand. Kiana. His voice is low, controlled. Your husband owes money, a lot of it, to people who don't forgive debts. The ground tilts beneath her. What are you talking about? He steps closer, and when he speaks again, his voice is almost gentle. I need you to trust me. Can you do that? She nods, barely. Good. He opens the door behind him. Come inside. We need to talk. And she knows whatever he's about to tell her will change everything. The room is sterile, cold. A hotel suite in Buckhead, expensive but anonymous, the kind of place where no one asks questions. Kyung stands by the window, hands in his pockets, shoulders tense. He doesn't turn around. Kiana closes the door behind her. She crosses her arms, trying to hold herself together. Tell me what's going on. He's silent for a long moment. Then, your husband owes money. Her stomach drops. How much? 200,000, maybe more. The number slams into her like a fist. That's not possible. It's very possible. Kyung finally turns to look at her. His face is unreadable. Your husband's been gambling for 2 years. Underground poker games, high-stakes tables. He was winning at first, then he wasn't. Kiana's head is spinning. How do you know this? Because the people he owes money to, I work with them. Her blood goes cold. What? Your husband took loans from a syndicate out of Seoul, Korean Mafia operating in Atlanta. When he couldn't pay, they started looking for collateral. She can barely breathe. What kind of collateral? Kyung's jaw tightens. You. The word hangs in the air like poison. No, she shakes her head. No, that's not. Your name came up 3 months ago, he continues. Someone suggested using you as leverage. Force your husband to pay by threatening you. Her legs feel weak. So what? You were watching me? I was protecting you. By lying to me? Her voice cracks. By pretending you didn't know who I was? I didn't lie about how I feel. But you lied about everything else. Yes, his voice is raw. Because if I told you the truth, you'd have run, and I couldn't let that happen. She backs toward the door. You used me. No, he steps forward. I fell for you. Don't. Tears burn her eyes. Don't make this about feelings when you've been playing me this whole time. I wasn't playing you, Kiana. I was trying to keep you alive. By manipulating me? By making sure no one else got to you first. The shout echoes through the room. Kyung runs a hand through his hair, breathing hard. You think I wanted this? You think I wanted to care about someone I can't protect? Then why tell me now? He looks at her, and the pain in his eyes is so raw it almost breaks her. Because your husband's about to do something stupid. Her heart stops. What do you mean? He's planning to run, skip town, leave the debt behind. He wouldn't. He already bought a plane ticket, one way, to Mexico. The room tilts. And when he runs, Kyung continues, voice low, the people he owes are going to come for you. She can't breathe, can't think. What do I do? He closes the distance between them, slowly. You leave him tonight. Pack a bag, walk out. Don't tell him where you're going. And then what? Then you let me handle the rest. She stares at him. Why would you do that? Because I'm in love with you. His voice cracks. And I'm not letting anyone hurt you. Not him, not them, not anyone. Her chest aches. Did you ever plan to tell me, she whispers, the truth about who you are? About how we met? His silence is answer enough. She turns toward the door. Kiana. She stops, doesn't turn around. I know I don't deserve it, he says quietly, but I'm asking you to trust me anyway. And if I can't? Then I'll still keep you safe, even if you hate me for it. She closes her eyes, takes a breath. I don't hate you, she says. I hate that I still want you. When she turns back, his eyes are burning. Then let me protect you. She shakes her head. And then what? What? Become yours? Only if you want to be. Her hands are shaking. You're asking me to leave my husband, my life, everything. I'm asking you to choose yourself. She stares at him for a long moment, then whispers, I need time. You don't have time. Then make time. His jaw clenches, but he nods. 2 days, that's all I can give you. She walks to the door, hand on the handle. Kiana. She looks back. If you stay with him, Kyung says, rough, I can't save you. She nods and leaves. But the whole drive home, one thought keeps looping in her mind. What if I don't want to be saved? Kiana's sitting on the couch when she hears the front door slam. It's 1 a.m. Her husband stumbles in, reeking of whiskey and something darker. Fear, maybe. Desperation. He doesn't see her at first, just kicks off his shoes, throws his keys on the counter. Then he spots her. What are you doing up? Waiting for you? He laughs, bitter. That's a first. She stands slowly. We need to talk. Not now. Yes, now. I said not now. His voice cracks. He grabs a glass from the counter, hurls it across the room. It shatters against the wall. Kiana flinches. He's breathing hard, hands shaking. I'm sorry, He presses his palms against his eyes. I'm so screwed, Kiana, I'm so screwed. Her heart's pounding. What did you do? I tried to fix it. I swear I tried. But they won't listen. They won't give me more time. Who won't? He doesn't answer, just sinks onto the floor, back against the cabinet, head in his hands. And Kiana realizes. Kyung was right. Her husband's not just in trouble, he's drowning. And he's going to take her down with him. She packs a bag while he's passed out on the couch. 1 suitcase, essentials only. Clothes, toiletries, her laptop, the necklace her grandmother gave her. She moves quietly, efficiently. Her hands aren't shaking anymore. She's made her choice. When she walks out the front door, Kyung's car is parked across the street. Engine running, headlight off. She doesn't hesitate, just crosses the lawn, opens the passenger door, and gets in. He doesn't say anything, doesn't ask if she's sure, just reaches over and takes her hand. His grip is firm, steady, and for the first time in days, she feels like she can breathe. The safe house is in Decatur, small, unassuming, the kind of place you'd drive past without noticing. Kyung unlocks the door and steps aside to let her in. It's furnished but sparse. A couch, a bed, a kitchenette, Everything she needs and nothing she doesn't. You'll be safe here, he says quietly. No one knows about this place except me. She sets her suitcase down. How long? As long as you need. She turns to look at him. Where will you be? Close. How close? Close enough. She nods, tries to ignore the ache in her chest. He's already moving toward the door. Kiang. He stops, doesn't turn around. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Why not? Because this isn't over. He reaches for the door handle, and before she can think, before she can talk herself out of it, she crosses the room and grabs his wrist. Stay. He freezes. Kiana, please. He turns slowly, and the look on his face, raw, conflicted, desperate, nearly undoes her. I shouldn't. I know. If I stay, I know. His jaw clenches. You don't know what you're asking. Yes, I do. For a long moment, he doesn't move. Then he closes the door, locks it, and when he turns back to her, his walls are starting to crack. I'm not leaving this room tonight, he says quietly. You understand that? She nods. And I'm not touching you until you ask me to. Her breath catches. Okay. He sits on the edge of the bed, still dressed, still tense. She sits beside him. Neither of them speaks. The silence stretches, heavy, charged. And then, slowly, his hand finds hers in the dark. She holds on, not because she's scared, not because she needs him to save her, but because for the first time in her life, she's choosing someone who chose her back. His thumb brushes over her knuckles. You're shaking, he whispers. So am I. He doesn't deny it, just tightens his grip. And she realizes he's not afraid of losing her. He's afraid of failing her. Kiang. Yeah? I'm not going anywhere. His breath hitches, and when he finally looks at her, his eyes are burning with something she's never seen before. Not fear, not control, just raw, unfiltered need. You should sleep, he says, voice rough. I can't. Try. She lies back, he stays sitting, but his hand never leaves hers, and somewhere between the silence and the darkness, she falls asleep holding on to the only person who's ever made her feel like she matters. Morning light filters through the curtains. Kiana wakes slowly, disoriented. It takes her a second to remember where she is. Safe house, Decatur. Kyung. She sits up, heart racing, and looks around. He's sitting in the chair by the window, still dressed, arms crossed, eyes on her, like he's been watching her all night. Did you sleep? She asks, voice rough. No. Kyung, I'm fine. You're not fine. You look exhausted. He shrugs. I've been worse. She pulls the blanket tighter around herself. How long have you been sitting there? Does it matter? Yes. He doesn't answer. She swings her legs off the bed, pads across the floor, sits on the armrest of his chair. Talk to me. About what? About why you won't let yourself rest. His jaw tightens. I'm not tired. You're a terrible liar. He looks up at her, and the exhaustion in his eyes is so deep it almost breaks her. I can't, he says quietly. Can't what? Sleep. Not when you're here. Not when I'm supposed to be keeping you safe. I am safe. You don't know that. Neither do you. He exhales, long and slow. Kiana reaches out, brushes a strand of hair off her forehead. Tell me about her. Kyung's whole body goes rigid. Who? The woman you lost. He looks away. I don't talk about her. Maybe you should. Why? Because you're carrying her around like a ghost, and I need to know if there's room for me. His throat works. For a long time, he doesn't speak. Then, her name was Hei Jin. Kiana waits. We were together for 2 years. She didn't know what I did, not at first. I kept her away from it. Thought I could have both, the business and her. His voice is flat, emotionless, like he's reading from a script he's memorized. Someone found out about her, used her to get to me, took her, told me if I didn't do what they wanted, they'd kill her. Kiana's chest tightens. I did everything they asked, gave them money, information, access, and they killed her anyway. His hands curl into fists. I found her 3 days later in a warehouse in South Atlanta. She'd been dead for 2. Kiana's eyes burn. Kyung. I didn't protect her. His voice cracks. I told her I'd keep her safe, and I failed. That wasn't your fault. Yes, it was. No. She slides off the armrest, kneels in front of him. It was theirs, the people who took her, not yours. He shakes his head. You don't understand. Then help me understand. He finally looks at her, and the pain in his eyes is so raw she can barely stand it. I'm not afraid of dying, Kiana. I'm afraid of failing you the way I failed her. Her breath stops. I'm not her, she says quietly. I know. Then stop treating me like I'm going to break. His jaw clenches. You don't know what you're asking. Yes, I do. She stands, and before he can stop her, she straddles his lap. His hands come up instinctively, gripping her hips, holding her steady. Kiana, I'm not fragile. Her voice is firm. I'm not weak, and I'm not going to disappear. His forehead presses against hers. If I lose you, I don't survive it. Her hands cup his face. Then don't let go. For a heartbeat, neither of them moves. And then he kisses her. Slow at first, tentative, like he's afraid she'll vanish if he pushes too hard. But Kiana doesn't pull away. She leans in, parts her lips, lets him in, and the kiss deepens. Desperate, consuming, like he's memorizing the shape of her mouth. His hands slide up her back, into her hair, holding her like she's the only thing keeping her tethered to the earth. When he finally pulls back, they're both breathless. I'm yours, she whispers. His eyes close. God help us both. She kisses him again, softer this time, and when she pulls back, she says the only thing that matters. I don't need God's help. I just need you. His grip tightens, and for the first time since she's known him, Kyung stops holding back. For 3 days, the world doesn't exist. No phones, no news, no outside noise. Just them. Kiana wakes up wrapped in Kyung's arms. They make coffee together in the tiny kitchenette, talk about nothing important. He tells her stories about growing up in Seoul. She tells him about the summer she spent in Savannah with her grandmother. They don't talk about her husband, about the debt, about what comes next. They just exist. And for the first time in years, Kiana feels like she can breathe. But she knows it can't last. On the 4th morning, Kyung's phone rings. He's in the kitchen pouring coffee when it starts buzzing on the counter. He looks at the screen. His face goes hard. I need to take this, he says quietly. Kiana nods. He steps outside, closes the door behind him. She watches through the window as he paces, jaw tight, shoulders tense. Whatever he's hearing, it's not good. When he comes back inside 5 minutes later, his face is unreadable. What happened? She asks. He doesn't answer right away, just sets his phone down, runs a hand through his hair. They found your husband. Kiana's chest tightens. Where? Airport. He was trying to board a flight to Cancun. Her stomach drops. Is he alive? Kyung nods. Barely. What does that mean? It means they stopped him before he could leave, and they made sure he understood what happens when you run. Her hands start shaking. Did they... He's in a hospital, under guard. Kyung's voice is flat, emotionless. He'll live, but he's going to wish he didn't. Kiana sinks onto the couch, head in her hands. This is my fault. No, Kyung crosses the room, kneels in front of her. This is his fault. He made his choices. You're just the collateral damage. She looks up at him. What happens now? His jaw clenches. Now we move you. What? Tonight, somewhere safer, somewhere my people can't track. Her heart pounds. Your people? The ones who work for the syndicate, the ones who know about you. He exhales slowly. I've kept you off the radar so far, but now that your husband's been caught, they're going to start asking questions, and I can't protect you here anymore. Where are you taking me? I'm not. His voice is tight. Someone else is. Her blood goes cold. What do you mean? I mean, I can't be the one who moves you. If I am, they'll follow me, and they'll find you. So what, you're just going to hand me off to someone else? Someone I trust. I don't care if you trust them. I want you. His face breaks, just for a second. Kiana, don't. She grabs his face, forces him to look at her. Don't do this. Don't push me away again. I'm not pushing you away. His voice cracks. I'm keeping you alive. Then stay with me. I can't. Why not? Because if I'm with you, they'll find you, and if they find you, you're dead. Tears burn her eyes. So that's it? You're just going to disappear? For now. For how long? He doesn't answer. She shakes her head. I can't do this. I can't just... You have to. No, her voice breaks. I need you. He pulls her into his arms, holds her tight. I know, he whispers into her hair, but right now you need to be safe more. 2 hours later, a car pulls up outside. Kyung's already packed her bag, already given her instructions. Jae-won will take you, he says. He's my second. He'll keep you safe until I can come for you. When will that be? I don't know. Kyung. I'll find you, I promise. She doesn't believe him, but she nods anyway. Before she walks out the door, Kyung grabs her wrist, pulls her back, kisses her forehead, slow, gentle. If something happens to me, nothing's going to happen, she cuts him off. Kiana, nothing's going to happen. He looks at her, and the fear in his eyes is so raw it nearly destroys her. I love you, he says quietly. It's the first time he said it out loud. Her breath catches. I love you too. He kisses her one more time, hard, desperate, and then he lets her go. She gets in the car. Jae-won doesn't speak, just starts driving. Kiana watches through the rearview mirror as Kyung gets smaller and smaller, until he disappears, and she realizes she might never see him again. Kiana's been in the new safe house for 2 days. It's smaller than the last one. A cabin in the woods outside Marietta. No neighbors, no cell service, just silence. Jae-won brought her here. Told her to stay inside. Don't open the door for anyone. Don't make noise. He left food, water, a burner phone with one number programmed in. Kyung's. She's called it 17 times. No answer. She's sitting on the couch staring at the phone when she hears it. A car pulling up outside. Her heart stops. She moves to the window, peers through the curtain. It's Jae-won's car. Relief floods through her. She's halfway to the door when it explodes inward. The lock shatters. The door slams against the wall. Kiana stumbles back, heart hammering. Jae-won steps inside. He's holding a gun. Get your things, he says, voice tight, urgent. What's going on? No time. Move. Jae-won! Now, Kiana! She grabs her bag, hands shaking. What happened? Where's Kyung? Jae-won doesn't answer, just grabs her arm, pulls her toward the door. We need to go. They're coming. Who's coming? He shoves her into the passenger seat, slams the door, gets behind the wheel, peels out. Kiana's pulse is racing. Jae-won, talk to me. What the hell is going on? He's gripping the steering wheel so hard his knuckles are white. Kyung made a deal. Her stomach drops. What kind of deal? Your husband's debt in exchange for your safety. I don't understand. He offered to cover everything your husband owes, 200,000 plus interest. In exchange, they leave you alone. Her chest tightens. And they agreed? Jaewon's jaw clenches. They said they did. But they lied. The air leaves her lungs. They took the money and then they came for you anyway. Why? Because your husband told them Kyung cares about you, that you're leverage. Her blood goes cold. Where is he? Jaewon doesn't answer. Jaewon, her voice cracks. Where is Kyung? He have them. The world tilts. What? He knew they'd come for you, so he made himself bait, turned himself in, told them if they touched you, the deal's off, and they get nothing. Tears burn her eyes. No, he wouldn't. He would, and he did. She can't breathe. Is he alive? For now. What does that mean? It means they're keeping him until they figure out what to do with him. Jaewon's voice is hard, controlled. And if we don't move fast, they're going to kill him. Kiana's hands are shaking. Why are you telling me this? Because he told me if anything happened to him, I keep you alive no matter what. I don't care about staying alive, I care about getting him back. Jaewon glances at her. That's exactly what he said you'd say. Then take me to him. No. Jaewon, he'd kill me if I let you anywhere near them. Then he can kill you after we save him. Jaewon's jaw tightens. You don't understand. These people, they don't negotiate. They don't show mercy. If you walk into that building, you're not walking out. Then I'm not walking out, her voice breaks. I can't. Jaewon exhales, long and slow. Then he makes a U-turn. Where are we going? She asks. Somewhere I'm going to regret. Where is he? Jaewon's grip tightens on the wheel. Warehouse, South Atlanta, near the rail yards. How many people? Too many. I don't care. You should. She turns to look at him. Why are you helping me? His jaw works. Because Kyung's the closest thing I have to a brother, and if he dies trying to save you, the least I can do is help you save him back. Kiana's throat burns. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. He reaches under the seat, pulls out a handgun, hands it to her. You know how to use that? She stares at it. No. Then learn fast. Her hands close around the grip. Point, aim, squeeze. Don't pull. She nods. Jaewon glances at her. You sure about this? She checks the safety, flips it off. Drive. He doesn't argue, just presses the gas, and Kiana stares out the window, heart pounding, knowing one thing for certain. She's not losing him. Not today. Not ever. The SUV's blacked out, windows tinted, no plates. Kiana's in the passenger seat, gun in her lap, heart hammering so hard she can feel it in her throat. Jaewon's driving like the devil's chasing them, weaving through traffic, running red lights. How much farther? She asks. 10 minutes. What's the plan? There is no plan. Her stomach drops. What? I get you close. You stay in the car. I go in, get him out. That's not a plan. That's suicide. It's the best I've got. She grips the gun tighter. I'm coming with you. No. Jaewon, he'll kill me if something happens to you. He'll be dead if we don't move fast. Jaewon's jaw clenches, but he doesn't argue. They pull up to a warehouse near the rail yards. Rusted metal, broken windows, the kind of place where bad things happen and no one asks questions. Jaewon kills the engine. Stay behind me, don't make a sound, and if I tell you to run, you run. Kiana nods. They get out. Jaewon moves like a shadow, quiet, controlled, gun raised. Kiana follows. The side door's unlocked. Jaewon pushes it open, peers inside. Empty hallway, dim lights, the smell of rust and blood. They move through the corridor, slow, deliberate. And then she hears it. A voice, low, pained. Kyung. Her heart slams against her ribs. Jaewon holds up a hand, signals her to stop. But she doesn't. She moves past him, into the main floor of the warehouse. And that's when she sees him. Kyung's tied to a chair in the center of the room, face bruised, blood dripping from a cut above his eye, shirt torn, breathing labored. 3 men stand around him, one holding a pipe, another a knife. The third has a gun. Kiana's breath stops. The man with the gun notices her first. He turns, raises the weapon. Well, well, look who showed up. Kiang's head snaps up. His eyes widen. Kiana! Drop it, Jaewon says from behind her, gun trained on the man's head. The man smirks. You gonna shoot me, Jae, in front of all these witnesses? Try me. The room goes silent, and then everything happens at once. The man with the pipe lunges at Jaewon. Jaewon fires. The man drops. Gunfire erupts. Kiana dives behind a stack of crates. Heart racing, ears ringing. Kiang's shouting something, but she can't hear him over the noise. She peeks around the crate, sees Jaewon taking cover, returning fire. One of the men goes down, then another. The third runs for the exit. Jaewon lets him go. The warehouse falls silent. Kiana's shaking, but she moves, runs to Kyung. What the hell are you doing here? His voice is raw, furious. She drops to her knees, starts working on the ropes around his wrists. Saving you. You shouldn't have come. Shut up. The ropes come loose. He collapses forward. She catches him. Can you stand? I think so. She helps him to his feet. His arm slings over her shoulders. Jaewon appears beside them. We need to move, now. They're halfway to the door when Kiana hears the engines. Cars, multiple, pulling up outside. Jaewon curses. That's our guys. Your guys? Kyung's crew. I called them before we left. The door bursts open. 5 men storm in, armed, tactical. The fight's over in seconds. The remaining syndicate members don't even get a shot off. Kyung's crew secures the building. One of them, tall, broad-shouldered, scar across his cheek, approaches. Boss, you good? Kyung nods. Get us out of here. They move toward the exit, Kiana still holding him upright, his weight's heavy against her, his breathing shallow. Kyung? I'm fine. You're not fine. I will be. They're almost to the SUV when his knees buckle. He collapses. Kiana screams his name. Jaewon catches him before he hits the ground. He's been shot, Jaewon says, voice tight. What? Jaewon pulls Kyung's shirt up, blood pooling from a wound in his side. How long has he been bleeding? I don't know. Kiana's hands are shaking. We need to get him to a hospital. No hospitals. They'll ask questions. I don't care. We have a doctor. He's waiting. They load Kyung into the back of the SUV. Kiana climbs in beside him, pulls his head into her lap. His eyes flutter open, unfocused. Kyung? I'm here. Her voice breaks. I'm right here. You shouldn't have come. I know. His hand finds hers, weak, trembling. I'm sorry. Don't. Tears stream down her face. Don't apologize. Just stay with me. I'm trying. Try harder. He smiles, just barely. Bossy. Kyung, please. Her voice cracks. Don't leave me. His thumb brushes over her knuckles. Not a chance. His eyes close, and Kiana's world stops. Kyung? Kyung! Jaewon floors it, and all Kiana can do is hold him and pray she's not too late. Kyung wakes up to the sound of machines beeping. His whole body aches, his sides on fire, his head's pounding, but the first thing he sees makes it all worth it. Kiana, asleep in the chair beside him, head tilted at an awkward angle, hand wrapped around his. She looks exhausted, dark circles under her eyes, hair pulled back in a messy bun. She's never looked more beautiful. He squeezes her hand gently. Her eyes flutter open, disoriented at first, then she sees him. Relief floods her face. You're awake. How long was I out? 2 days. His chest tightens. You've been here the whole time? Where else would I be? He tries to sit up. Pain shoots through his side. He winces. Don't move. She stands quickly, adjusts his pillow. The doctor said you need rest. I'm fine. You were shot, Kyung. You're not fine. He looks at her, really looks at her, and something in his chest cracks open. You saved my life, he whispers. She shakes her head. You saved mine first. That's not the same. Yes, it is. For a long moment, neither of them speaks. Then Kyung says quietly, It's over. Her brow furrows. What is? The debt, the threats, all of it. He exhales slowly. Your husband's in federal custody. Fraud, money laundering. He cut a deal, gave them names. The syndicate's done with him. And me? You're free. They have no reason to come after you anymore. Her eyes fill with tears. It's really over? It's really over. She sinks back into the chair, covers her face with her hands. Hey, he reaches for her. Come here. She stands, moves to the edge of the bed. He pulls her down gently. She curls into his side, careful not to hurt him. I thought I lost you, she whispers. I'm not that easy to kill. She laughs through her tears. Apparently. He strokes her hair. What happens now? She pulls back to look at him. What do you mean? I mean you're free. You can go back to your life. Her face hardens. Without you? He hesitates. I have to leave Atlanta. Why? Because my world doesn't stop just because the syndicate backed off. There are still people who want me dead, still threats I can't control. So what? You just disappear? I was thinking Seattle, or maybe Portland, somewhere quieter, somewhere I can rebuild. Her chest tightens. And you're telling me this because I want you to come with me. Her breath stops. Kyung, not because you owe me, not because you have nowhere else to go. His voice is steady now, but because I can't imagine a life without you in it. Tears stream down her face. You're asking me to leave everything. I'm asking you to start over with me. She stands, walks to the window, stares out at the city. Atlanta, the place she's lived her whole life, the place that suffocated her, the place she thought she'd never escape. And now she has the chance. She turns back. I'm not going back to who I was before you. Kyung exhales. Does that mean... She crosses the room, climbs carefully into the hospital bed beside him, rests her head on his chest. It means wherever you go, I go. His hand tangles in her hair. Even if it's dangerous? Especially if it's dangerous. He kisses the top of her head, holds her close. And for the first time in his life, Kyung believes in something other than survival. He believes in love. He believes in her. 3 months later, Kiana stands on the balcony of a penthouse in Seattle. The city lights stretch out below her, rain misting the air, the kind of night that feels alive. Kyung wraps his arms around her from behind, pulls her close. Any regrets? He asks quietly. She leans back into him, smiles. Only that I didn't text the wrong number sooner. He laughs, soft, rare, the kind of laugh that still makes her heart skip. You ruined my life, you know. She turns in his arms, looks up at him. Good. He kisses her, slow, deep, the kind of kiss that says, I'm yours without words. When they pull apart, she's breathless. I need you tonight, she whispers. His eyes darken. You have me, always. She smiles, and as he lifts her into his arms, carrying her back inside, Kiana realizes something. She's not invisible anymore. She's not broken. She's loved, and that's everything. The end. Thank you for joining K Stories by Emma for this incredible journey. If you loved this story, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support means everything. Until next time, believe in love, fight for what matters, and never give up on redemption. This is Emma, signing off.